So usually when I'm playing Skywars with people, I have to tell them like what kits are good because they're just always asking me, and I just came to realize that nobody really knows what kits are good when they're first starting out. And I'm pretty decent at Skywars, as you guys have seen, so I thought, hey, I'm just gonna tell you guys what kits I think are good. This video is only gonna be covering insane Skywars and also solo Skywars, so yeah. Sorry if you guys play normal mode, but I play insane. By the way, this video will not be going over the Archaeologist kit or a single one of the Mythic kits, as I just don't think that really needs to be like gone over. They're just kind of mid, not gonna lie. Alright guys, so here I've got a list of all of the kits, and we're just gonna go over them each individually, and I'm just gonna place them according to this list. So we got things I would use if my life depended on it in Skywars, things I consider good, things that are like okay, but like, I might use it if I get bored. There's like no, where I just would never use it because it just decreases my chances of winning the game that much. There's things that are just for the memes, which I meme around with the boys with, if anything. And then there's this. You're clinically insane. If you use these kits, you don't like winning. So the first kit that we have here is armor, right? And this is a pretty crazy kit. You get diamond chestplate, you get iron leggings, and you get a splash potion of resistance. That's just amazing. I would use this if my life depended on it because it has consistency. You get that armor immediately when you start the game. There's not a chance of you missing your armor or anything, which is why I'm going to put it up in this top category. And it's also my most used kit. Next up is Armorsmith, which is similar to Armor in the fact that it's just really consistent. You get an anvil, so you can just make really overpowered just anything. An enchanted book with Prot 4, Sharpness 1, and Infinity 1. So you can just put Prot 4 on your leggings as soon as you get them at your spawn island, because you're never going to find leggings at mid. That just does not happen. So we're just going to put armor right here next to armor. And by the way, these kits are not going to be ordered. So like if I put armor right here, it doesn't mean that Armorsmith is better by any means. It's just that I don't feel like organizing them anymore. Next up is Baseball Player, which is just a mid kit in general. You have a chainmail helmet with Prot 4, and you got a stone sword with knockback 1. Sorry, not sharpness, knockback 1. I don't know why you'd use this kit. I mean, it's just a no for me. Like, there's so many better options, and a stone sword with knockback 1. I mean, if you need a stone sword with knockback 1, then you're just not good. Next up is Batguy kit, which is a pretty, mid kit also. You just get, basic armor that's dyed, just leather armor. With some iron boots, which aren't terrible, but then again, it's insane mode, so you're just gonna get crazy good armor. And you get 10 eggs. Yeah, sorry guys, this kit doesn't come with contingency plan, so I'm just gonna have to put that in the no category for me. Next up, guys, is the Ecologist kit, which gives you a diamond axe with efficiency 1 and sharpness 1, and also you get 16 oak wood blocks. So, I'm kind of in between on this kit because on some maps, like Martian, where you can just rush the person next to you immediately spawning in and just stab them within 5 seconds, kits like these are really good. So, I'm going to give it an okay from me, alright? Ecologist is an okay kit. If you want to use it on one of those maps, I hate you, but go ahead. Alright, and the next kit after Ecologist that we're going to go over is Farmer. Now, Farmer kit gives you diamond leggings, which is amazing, because if you don't get diamond leggings at your spawn island, you're not finding them at mid. It's just legs don't spawn at mid, so that's why it's great. It has projectile protection 4 on it. You get 64 eggs! Projectiles are amazing for PvPing people. It makes it so much easier to stab people in Skywars. It's great. And you get a golden apple. That's just a good kit right there. That goes in good, no doubt. Next up is the Cactus kit, and the Cactus kit gives you 16 cactuses, 32 sand, with leather chestplate and leather leggings, which have Thorns 5 and Thorns 3 respectively. Now, this kit is pretty trash, I'm not even gonna lie. I mean, you'd have to be pretty dumb to walk into a cactus in Skywars, and also the armor isn't the best, so I'm just gonna put that right next to Batguy in the no category right there. Alright, next up is the Enchanter kit, and the Enchanter kit gives you an enchantment table with 64 bottles of enchanting, 8 bookcases, and 10 diamonds. Now I'm going to be real here. Enchantment table's wonderful. The one problem is that there's literally one on every single Skywars map. Correct me if I'm wrong, but there's basically one on every single Skywars map in mid. Come on, like, it's always going to be there. Just use it there. The bottles of enchanting are nice, but you find one like every third chest, and it's always in a stack. So I mean, like, you're never gonna run out of enchantment levels. Let's be real here. The 8 bookcases are nice, but I mean, you're not gonna be making OP stuff when all you have is an enchantment table and no anvil. Let's be real. And diamonds, it's insane mode. Come on, you don't need diamonds. Let's be real. There's diamond gear in every single chest. That's why I'm going to put the enchantment table, or the enchanter kit, I should say, rather, in the okay category, because it's just an okay kit. You know, you can do stuff with it, but it's not as good as some of the other kits that are going to be above it. Alright, next up is the Fisherman kit. Now, the Fisherman kit gives you a fishing rod with Unbreaking 10, Knockback 1, Luck of the Sea 10, and Lure 7, if I know my Roman numerals, which I probably don't. Now, the fishing rod is kind of useless with the knockback 1, I'm going to be real. Unless it's a knockback 3 rod, you're not going to be dealing much KB. And even then, the KB isn't that great. I'd just be using the fishing rod as like a normal projectile, like how you'd use in any single PvP fight with any normal rod. The 16 cooked fish that you get with the kit is kind of useless, since I don't think I've ever actually played a Skywars game long enough for my hunger to go down. But I mean, if it goes down, you have cooked fish, so I mean, whatever. The chainmail helmet that you get with Prot 2 is okay, but I mean, of course, you can just find a diamond helmet, and, you know, whatever. You can enchant that if you want. The iron boots that you get with Prot 2 are pretty good, and also Depth Strider too, although, you know, if no one's using a water bucket, Depth Strider is just completely useless. And you get diamond boots along with that too, so you can just choose. Overall, I think that the Fisherman kit's just an okay kit. Since you find like 3 fishing rods in your spawn island chest, I don't think you need to commit an entire kit to it, but I mean, it's your choice, whatever. Next up is the Enderchest kit, alright? The Enderchest kit gives you 3 golden apples, which is absolutely wonderful. Golden apples are great, because if you're ever weak, you just pop a golden apple, boom, you're back in the fight. It's great. You just get the regen, you get the absorption, you're back in. But it also spawns a 4th chest with spawn loot below. Now, I don't know how to feel about that, because you want to get to mid quickly, and if you have to loot a 4th chest, that might take a while and might mess up your rhythm. However, if you can loot that chest quickly, sure, go ahead. I prefer the mid chest, in my opinion, which is why I'm going to put the ender chest in the okay category, but it is usable, and the golden apples are nice. Alright, the next kit is the Enderman kit, which literally just gives you a corrupted pearl, which is basically an ender pearl, which you can't use in the first 30 seconds of the game, which is, not gonna lie, kind of trash, because the game is usually decided in the first 30 seconds anyways. Someone's gonna get all the mid loot, and then they basically win the game. So if you're just waiting on your pearl for 30 seconds, then I guess that's just not getting much use out of your kit, because the game's probably decided by the time that you get that singular pearl anyways. So I mean, that kit's just gonna go in good, because I mean, you can, or not good, sorry, okay, because you can use it, but I mean, 30 seconds, a lot happens in the first 30 seconds of the game, I'm going to be real. Next up is the Frog Kit, which used to be amazingly overpowered, but now it's been, you know, nerfed a little bit, and you only have 1 frog potion, and basically you just get jump boost and you look like a frog, which, I mean, you have leather armor, it's something, but I mean, the main selling point of the Frog Kit is the potion, so I'm going to put it in good, because there's a lot of maps where you can just use the Frog Kit immediately and just jump to mid and start getting mid loot. And, you know, you may get stabbed, you may not get stabbed. It's basically RNG, whatever you get out of that chest. But, I mean, if you're good at PvP, it really doesn't matter in the first place. So, I mean, don't use Frog Kit and do that strat if you're not good at PvPing. Alright, guys, so next up in the kits is Energix kit. And Energix kit is another kit that used to be insanely powerful, but got nerfed a bunch until it's at the point where it is now. So, what you get out of Energix kit is a potion of strength. That is not a splash potion, that is a potion that you have to drink, so it takes a while. But you do get strength, so it is still really good. But there's really nothing else to the kit besides the strength. It's an okay kit now. Before, it would have been things I would use if my life depended on it, because if you fought someone back then, you could just pot, like, Energix and it gave you 2 splash pots. But now it's just 1 and you have to drink it, and that takes a while. So we're just going to go in the okay category for that kit. Next up is the Golem kit, which is another pretty mid kit. You get an iron chest plate with Prot 1 and chainmail boots with Prot 3, and then you also get a poppy that's enchanted with sharpness 1. It's a no kit for me. I mean, there's just better armor kits, and the weapon is completely useless that you get from that kit. Next up is the Healer Kit, and the Healer Kit is a great kit. You get 3 splash potions of instant healing, you get 2 splash potions of regen, and you get 2 golden apples. It's a great kit. This is immediately going in good. The amount of healing that you get from the kit makes up for the fact that you don't have any armor, And it's just a good kit in general. You know, healing's always good in Skywars, so that's why it's in good. All right, Hunter kit. The main selling point of this kit is that you get a power 2 bow instantly with 24 arrows, and I'm about to show you guys why the Hunter kit is complete garbage. So let's just say that this skeleton I spawned in this little contraption is a enemy player in Skywars, alright? There's many things you could do. Let's just say that they have a Hunter kit, right? He's got a bow. He's shooting at me. I'm trying to loot my chest or whatever. This is how you stop the Hunter kit. 3 blocks. Just like that. Countered. I literally do not have to move. And the Hunter kit is made absolutely, just completely, like, useless. I mean, if you can't place 3 blocks in Skywars, then I think you gotta go back to, like, basic survival. So yeah, sorry to anyone that likes the Hunter kit, but you're just wrong. That kit is absolute trash. There's no way that I'm ever gonna use Hunter kit. Alright, next up is the Jester kit, which you get a random sword, and also 2 splash potions of regen. Now, in terms of swords, you think that this is really good because you have the potential to get one of the best swords in the game, the Diamond Sword. But as you will see coming up, there's literally a kit that gives you the absolute best sword in the game. And the only reason why you'd use Jester is for 2 potions of regen. And even then, why wouldn't you just use Healer instead? It gives you even more healing. So Jester's just a no. Not to mention it's RNG. Next up is the Knight Kit, which immediately goes in things I would use if my life depended on it, because it gives you the best sword in the game, an iron sword with sharpness 2. This thing deals more damage than a diamond sword, and it gives you a golden helmet with Prot 4 and Unbreaking 5. What more could you ask for? You've got a great sword, and you've got a great helmet. That just goes in there. You know, it gives you an armor piece, and it gives you the best sword in the game. You got the damage, and you got the defense. It goes right next to Armorsmith and Armor. And it just absolutely outclasses every single other sword, like, class in the game. Next up is Magician, which is actually a pretty good kit, except for one main reason. I'm going to tell you guys that in a second. But you get a wand with sharpness, 7, which is literally just an enchanted stick, so I wouldn't use that over a sword in any situation. Then you also get a leather helmet, and you also get a rabbit's egg. Now, I'm about to show you guys why I personally don't use the Magician kit. It's really up to you guys, but this is just my take on it. So let's just pretend that I'm in a Skywars game right now, and this zombie right over here is the average Skywars player, because they basically have the same amount of intelligence, right? So anyways, I got my sword, and I don't want this zombie to see me, so, I'm gonna go behind here, and I'm just gonna pop my invis pot. And then I'm gonna go kill him, except... So, yeah, guys, that's why I'm going to put the Magician kit right next to Jester in the no category. It's just a no from me. I don't see much use out of it. Alright, guys, so next up is the Pharaoh kit. And in the Pharaoh kit, you get a gold helmet with Prot 4 and Unbreaking 5, which is the same thing as you get with the Knight kit. So that's already, like, pretty good. You're getting some decent, armor with the helmet. But then you have white leather chest plate and a white leather leggings, which is, leather in Skywars. You're not using that at all. Then you have a beacon block with 42 emerald blocks. You get gold boots with Prot 4 and Unbreaking 5. So it's basically the same thing as a helmet, but on the boots, which isn't terrible. Gold with Prot 4 is pretty good in Skywars, and you can use it. And it's not terrible armor. Then you have a diamond block, and you have 2 gold blocks. Now, this kit revolves around making a beacon, as you can tell with the beacon block that it gives you. And I'm going to just say right now, that is not a viable strat. I mean, you could use it, and you can win games, of course, if you're good, but, like, that's just an okay kit. And that's, like, at the bottom tier of okay. I'm thinking, like, maybe top of no. I know I'm not, like, ordering these by, like, where they are in the list, but that one would be, like, top of no, bottom of okay, because that's just not something I can see anyone really using that much. And, in an actual game, it just takes way too long to make a beacon, and it's just not worth it. Just get the mid loot instead. Next up is the Pig Rider kit, and with the Pig Rider kit, you get a pig egg, a saddle, gold helmet with Prot 2, gold chestplate with Prot 2, a gold leggings with Prot 2, and gold boots with Prot 2, which is obviously just a complete armor set, which makes it better than most of these other kits in the no category, so it's at least going to go in okay, because you get guaranteed armor with it. Of course, it's not the best armor that you can get, but it's still something. And you also get a gold sword with sharpness too, which is, it's pretty good, but, I think I'm still going to put this in the okay category. This would go a little higher in the okay category. I don't know if I'd see myself riding the actual pig. However, it does go in the okay category. You do get some decent stuff with it. Next up is the Princess Kit, and with the Princess Kit, you get a gold helmet with Prot 4, and you get a bow with Power 1 and 5 arrows. You wanna know what I have to say to this? Just use the Hunter Kit. Next up is the Pro Kit, and despite its name, it's actually not a very good kit because you get an iron helmet, an iron chestplate, a stone sword with sharpness 1, a stone sword, and 16 glass and a golden apple. Now, as you can tell, the glass is obviously for bridging to either an island adjacent to you or just going to mid as quick as possible, which is a good strat, but then again, why couldn't you just loot your spawn island stuff and get better armor than an iron helmet and chestplate, and a better sword than a stone sword with sharpness 2? I mean, in this case, I don't see why you couldn't just go ahead and use Knight over the Pro, because you get a better sword, you get a better helmet, and you get to loot your spawn island chest, so you get blocks anyways, you know? So Pro is just going to go in the okay category for me, along with these other rushy kind of ones. Alright guys, next up is the Pyro Kit, and now the Pyro Kit is a little split because it gives you flint and steel, which isn't terrible, you know, setting people on fire does work sometimes, unless they have a potion of fire resistance that they got at their spawn island, but even then, the kit still has some pretty good stuff about it. So you got 5 lava buckets. If you play UHC, then you're probably really good with lava buckets. And me, personally, I'm not. So Pyro Kit is not that appealing to me with the lava buckets, or just lava buckets in general, because I'm just not that good with them. However, you do get a diamond chest plate, which is just great. You know, diamonds or diamond armor, I should say, rather, in insane, like, Skywars is absolutely necessary. If something has diamond armor in the kit, it instantly just makes it a lot better than it would have been without it, alright? Like if it was iron or something. And then you have a splash potion of fire resistance that lasts an infinite amount of time. I mean, if you're using Pyro, you do want to splash yourself with that, like, immediately, but at the same time, you know, you can just... Alright, guys, I don't even know how to explain this. I'm just going to put this in the okay category for now, because I don't really know how else I can place this. I mean, it's just... It's the definition of okay. I mean, if it works sometimes, it works. It's too situational for me, I'm going to be honest. Next up is the Salmon Kit, and the Salmon Kit comes with diamond boots with Depth Strider 3, 3 water buckets, a diamond sword, a fishing rod, and diamond boots with Prot 1. That's pretty insane, I'm not gonna lie, because if you do get to mid, you can just set up a bunch of water, you know, along the edges of mid, because if you ever fall off, just hit one of those and Depth Strider 3 up. And you have 3 water buckets. You have a diamond sword, so if you get a terrible sword at your spawn island, you're good. You know, you got a fishing rod that also helps with PvPing people. Fishing rods are great. You know that from classic duels, or just literally anywhere that has a fishing rod. UHC duels, I think you also use a fishing rod. Fishing rods are great, all right, for PvPing people. And you have diamond boots with Prot 1. You can just swap those out quickly. You know, if you have to get into a fight, Prot 1 helps. That's why I'm going to place the Salmon Kit in the okay category. I do think it is at the higher end of the okay category, but I don't think it's better than these other kits like Farmer, or Frog, or Healer. So that's why it's going to go in the okay. Next up is the Scout Kit, and the Scout Kit gives you 3 splash potions of speed that last for 40 seconds each time, and it gives you a stone sword. Now this is just great, alright? Speed in Skywars is amazing, and it's speed 2, in fact, not just speed 1, which means that you actually run, like, faster than you just, like, run jump. So you just don't jump when you have this. If you want a speed 2 bridge, then go ahead, take the risk. I personally would just normal bridge because it's way too risky for me, speed 2 bridging. The fact that it has speed 2 instantly makes it a good, but then the fact that it also gives you a stone sword, so if anyone rushes you instantly, you can kill them, is just amazing. That's going to go in the good category along with these other ones. I think that's a good spot to, like, place this Scout Kit for now. Next up is the Slime Kit, and with the Slime Kit, you get Diamond Boots with Feather Falling 10 and Prot 3. Amazing, absolutely amazing boots. These are probably the best boots you will get in the game, unless you somehow make a protection for Diamond Boot, because you take no fall damage with these boots. And if you do, it's half a heart. There's no way that you're ever going to die to fall damage unless you fall off of the void. And that's not really, fall damage. So, Slime Kit, I think just because of the boots, I mean, you get 32 slime, which you're not really going to do much with. But this is like this is high okay, low good for me, because those boots are just absolutely amazing. Prot 3 diamond boots just in your kit. You get it instantly. That's way too good. Alright, next up we have Sloth Kit. Just please don't. So next up is the Snowman Kit, which you get 32 snowballs with. Amazing. Projectiles are great. You get a diamond shovel with sharpness 3, amazing. You get basic leather armor, which you can just replace at your spawn island and whatnot. But the great thing about this kit is that you get 2 snow blocks and a pumpkin, which means that you can make a snow golem. I'm pretty sure it's called a snow golem. Don't kill me if it's not. I don't play survival. But if you make a snow golem, the people on the adjacent islands to you are literally going to have the worst day of their life. This kit literally goes in good just for the sheer fact that no one around you is going to get to play actual Skywars. They are going to be too busy worrying about the infinite amount of snowballs that are being thrown their direction trying to bridge. All right, this kit, it's not even like you're going to win with this kit. It's just that, like, no one around you gets to have fun when you use this kit, which is why it goes in good. You don't want other people to have fun. Unless it's me, then don't use Snowman. Next up is Speleologist, and Speleologist is basically the same thing as the Ecologist. You get a diamond pickaxe with efficiency 3, sharpness 2, unbreaking 3, and fortune 2, except, you know, instead of 16 oak wood, you just get 32 stone. So it's basically the same thing. It's, you know, rushy kind of kit. That's going to go in okay because it works on some maps. It doesn't work on others. And, you know, it really depends on how good you are PvP, because you could get absolutely just comboed off the map. Next up is the Troll kit. Yep, that's going right next to Sloth. Never use this, please. Next up is the Warlock kit, and the Warlock kit actually gives you 2 splash potions of instant damage, 2 splash potions of weakness, and a splash potion of poison with 2 golden apples. And honestly, it's kind of like the opposite of the healer kit, because the healer kit just gives you, like, what was it? Like 3 splash potions of instant healing, 2 of regen, and 2 golden apples. So, you know, it's basically the opposite of healer, and I think this isn't good, but it's a low good, because you could splash yourself on accident. You know, it happens sometimes to everyone, and, you know, the fact that it's golden apples just boosts its, like, you know, I guess reliability, because you get golden apples. There's your healing, there's your absorption, there's your regen, you know. But honestly, poison doesn't do that much in Skywars. I'm gonna be real. If I get hit by a poison, that's not stopping me. I'm not gonna even notice it. I'm just gonna be like, oh, okay, time to lose half a heart, you know? And then I just go on with stabbing people. Next up is the Zookeeper kit. And the Zookeeper kit, you get 5 mystery eggs of any animal in the game. Obviously not bosses, because you can't just spawn the Ender Dragon in Skywars like that, alright? That's not how that works. Now, unlike the other animal kits that I put in the no category, this one is going in the for the memes, because you can literally get gassed. That just annoys literally everybody. Someone's got to shoot down the gas eventually, and you know they're just going to suck with the bow and just miss 5 times, even though it's a giant ghast in the air. So, you know, Zookeeper's going in for the memes. I think that's a pretty good kit for the memes. Next up is the Disco kit, and with the Disco kit, you get projectile protection 4 gold helmet, a leather chestplate with prot 2 and thorns 3, a leather leggings with prot 4, and leather boots with feather falling 4, jukebox, 12 note blocks, and a random music disc. You know, this one's just going to go in the for the memes category. Everyone just needs a little time in Skywars to just relax. Stop stabbing people, because if you stab people too much, you will get carpal tunnel. Trust me. Next up is the Grenade kit, and the Grenade kit just gives you 2 charged creeper eggs, which, you know, I'm going to be completely honest, are not that much of a threat in Skywars. However, that is definitely going to scare some noobs. So if you see some, like, level, like, 2 rookie in Skywars, just go Grenade kit and just place down charged creepers in front of them. They're not even going to know what happened. It's like the same thing with Zookeeper. Imagine that you just see a bunch of gas floating around in Skywars. What are you going to think as a noob? I mean, at that point, they're just going to leave the game. They're just going to quit the server. And isn't that the best kind of win? When you just beat them so bad that they never come back to Hypixel? I think it is. Next up is the Guardian kit. And with the Guardian kit, you get 10 obsidian, 2 splash potions of regen, 2 skeleton eggs, and 3 zombie eggs. Alright, now, I'm gonna be completely honest. This is going in no. The obsidian, completely useless. There's diamond pickaxes literally in, like, every single chest. If I could replace diamond pickaxes in the game with splash potions of regen, I would, because I would literally have an inventory full of them. And of course, mob eggs, you know, I just said I'd put them all in no, because I just don't think mob kits are that viable in Skywars. I mean, they're mobs. I mean, are they really that much more scary than, like, some lunar client sweat or badline client sweat? Like, I mean, come on. No, they're not. Next up is the Cannoneer kit, and the Cannoneer kit, you get 24 TNT, 10 redstone blocks, diamond boots with feather falling 4 and blast protection 4, a water bucket, and 4 pressure plates. Now, this can be good. You can jump to mid with it sometimes, which is it's a strat. I don't do it myself, but you can. If I had the TNT, I'd probably just use it for blowing people up when they're camping their base, trying to trap, or just TNT trap or something. And I've done it before, but honestly, the main selling point of this kit for me is the TNT and the diamond boots. But for me, this is going to go in the okay category, and definitely at the bottom of it, because I don't think I could see myself using this that often. And the final kit for the video, guys, is the Engineer kit. Alright, it's just like everything that you need to do redstone stuff with, and I'm going to be completely honest. Guys, you're not mumbo jumbo. Don't try this kit. You're not going to get anywhere with it. If I wanted to be an engineer, then I'd go to college, but I don't. So, that's why it's going in You're Clinically Insane. That's it for the video, guys. See you next time.